This episode is brought to you by Harry's. Claim your trial shave set at harrys.com/CAG. And Little Bits. Visit littlebits.com/CAGcast for $10 off a Droid Inventor Kit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 547. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who is also from Long Island, New York. Wamba.
I am. I mean, that's true.
I don't know. I got nothing. It was so hard. It was so hard to get through the ad that I couldn't possibly.
It's fine. How's life? How's kicks?
Everything's good. We got a big show for you today. We all saw Deadpool 2, which is a very rare thing when we all see like sort of a big movie immediately on release. Yep.
We didn't go together though, which is kind of sad, but
right. I had good company, but right. Shipwreck went to I'm assuming you went on like Cheap Ass Tuesday. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I did. I had a $5 coupon and it was $5 a ticket.
That's why I bought Black Panther. I had a $5 coupon.
I bought the Assassin's Creed Blu-ray with the Deadpool cover. Did you see those that Walmart had?
So funny.
Did you buy that just because of the cover?
It was like the one movie. It was like $7. I'm like, all right. I have a odd interest in someday watching Assassin's Creed. Like I feel like I have to see that at some point. And it was giving me $5 in movie money anyways for a movie I was planning on seeing.
Oh, okay. So it was really like $2.
Right. So it was like $2.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. That's worth $2.
Yeah, it was $2 was fine. It was between that and the latest Planet of the Apes, but that was like $12.
No, it's not worth it.
Right. And I was like, I kind of want to see that Planet of the Apes movie a lot more than this Assassin's Creed movie.
Right.
But this one's only $2 out of pocket.
Right. Yeah, that was
Those covers were great though. Like they're just like little slip covers or whatever. But
clever. Very clever.
Yeah. Good job, Walmart.
Oh, that was only at Walmart?
Yes. That was a special Walmart promotion.
Damn.
Deadpool loves Walmart.
So we'll do a spoiler talk on Deadpool at the end of the show, as per normal. What else was going on? I built
a grill. Oh no, you did. Right. Sorry, I get our lives.
I didn't build it. I just paid for it.
Have you used it yet to make food?
I used it twice. Tonight, I made chicken. I grilled up some chicken on there. I don't really know what I'm doing, so far I've
you put the raw meat on the hot grill.
No, I know.
Raw meat turns into cooked meat and then you eat it.
But sometimes things just go wrong. Like when you go to the supermarket and you see, they have like the Asian chicken already marinated, ready to go. And it's like, wow, that looks like a lot of chicken. And it says chicken breast. So that's a lot. It's like really heavy. That's going to be enough for all of us. And then when you get home, why are you laughing?
And then one chicken breast to feed us all.
No, it wasn't just one. But
okay.
Was it on the bone or was it off the bone?
No, it was on the bone.
So that would explain why it was so heavy.
Right.
That's why chickens can't fly.
Right. And so then when I got home, like, that's why it was so heavy. And this is probably not enough for us. And I didn't.
I just bought a rotisserie chicken on my way.
That would have been a lot faster. And then I didn't cook it long enough, so I had to keep putting it back. And I know it says like the lid.
That's how you make it really good when you do that.
Keep opening up the grill.
Yeah, you want to take it off the heat and then put it back on the heat.
And it was it was an A for effort. It was fun to be outside and do it, but I admit that I will fuck up everything that I make, the first time. It doesn't matter if it's hamburgers, chicken, hot dogs, steak.
I'm really surprised that HelloFresh doesn't have like a grilling menu in the summer.
That's a very good idea.
They do, sometimes in the menu sheet on the recipe sheets, they'll say you could either do this or you could grill it.
Right.
But it's not like not what I'm looking for. There.
Right. I agree.
Like I'm just here's trying to find the bright side of things.
Here's your corn on the cob. Oh yeah, no, we all love HelloFresh, but I'm just giving them an idea here.
That's a good idea.
Like,
I'm not much of a griller guy.
Everything goes on the grill.
Yeah.
Yes. Grill menus.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Grill options.
Man, solving more problems that don't exist.
Exactly. You said it, not me.
Yeah. So anyway, it's fun to have the grill.
My water's on the wrong side of my desk.
What happened?
Who did that? I put my water on the wrong side of the desk. I had to stretch to grab it.
Oh my God.
This is horrible. This is just horrible, horrible stuff.
You need an assistant to just sit there.
I do.
Just to watch your mouth when it starts to look a little bit dry. Send that water over. All right.
I agree.
Should we do some show feedback?
Yes, sir. So Angsto2 had to say, just wanted to thank Wombat, that's me, for recommending the Mr. Toast game a couple of CAGcasts ago. That is the card game I got free with a bag of Frito-Lay chips. Couldn't find the chip promo pack, but the game was only $6.50 on Amazon. It took one night to take over. The kids love it. I don't know when I'm going to find time to finish God of War now. That's great. I'm glad that you picked it up. It is a cute little game. I actually got my wife to play with us a couple of times, which, that made it a little more fun. Also today at the Toys R Us clearance, as the Toys R Us by my work is closing in 4 days, they had everything.
The T-Rex?
No, unfortunately, that was gone.
It was a good deal.
It was $7,000.
$7,000 for the huge T-Rex. At least made noise, right? I can't remember.
Yes, it did make noise.
Oh yeah, it was. The one that moved. But the key is how do you get it to your house? That's going to cost you the big money.
A truck. It's not as big as you think it is.
Still, that's going to cost a few.
It's like the size of a refrigerator.
No, what?
Yeah.
That big thing that was in the store that would roar and...
It wasn't the Times Square Tyrannosaurus.
Oh.
I thought it was that one.
Oh.
No, this was the budget one they got
fuck
when
that.
that's
$7,500 for that? Shit.
I said I'm just explaining.
I was considering...
It's not my dinosaur. It's not my dinosaur. I don't care.
Right. For the...
I don't take it personally.
The life-size T-Rex one is the one we were interested in for 70.
Yeah, no, that one I'm sure is somewhere else, far, far away.
I was thinking of putting that in my backyard.
But I did get Drop Mix.
That's good too. You paid
for $30.
That's less than $7,500.
It is less than $7,500.
That's a great price for that.
I know. I tried playing with Sabrina tonight, but first we ran out of time because we're doing the show. But also, it kept unpairing with my Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So you have to reset it with the pin on the bottom. That's a pain.
Eventually
I haven't run into that.
Yeah, eventually it'll settle in, I think.
Okay.
And that won't happen, hopefully.
Okay. I hope. I mean, when it was working, it was great. We were having a good time. We were playing Versus.
What are you doing it on?
What do you mean?
What device? What?
Oh, I was just using my phone.
Right. Okay.
I need to download the app to an iPad and do it that way too. That would probably be a little bit better, I guess.
Well, $30, you'll definitely get your money's worth. So
yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I mean, at this point, I'm like, do I want to invest in more card packs, or let's see if we play it enough first?
Exactly.
And we'll be fine. And what else did I pick up? I picked up too much stuff. I got a stuffed Minecraft cow. For like $2, I think that was like $6.
Oh wait, did they have any card packs there?
No, they didn't have any card packs. I would have picked that up.
Okay.
You also got a Raven from Teen Titans, little statuette that I think was $4. It was a Toys R Us exclusive item too.
Great.
I'm like, well, if I don't get this now, no one's ever gonna get it. So
what? No,
that's how that works.
Right.
But, yeah.
Sure, it is.
Sure,
they just throw them in a landfill. It says Toys R Us exclusive on the box? Landfill.
We can't sell this anywhere else now.
Exactly. Isn't that how it works?
I don't think so.
You sure? And I also got that thing that won on that Toy Box show last year. The shields with the water balls. I got that.
What?
And that also was, I think, $5.
Yeah, there's some cheap, I'd imagine. If you got drop mix for 30, you got some good deals elsewhere.
It was like $186 worth of stuff, and I spent $50.
Yeah, nice job. I guess it's time to check out the one in Westbury, huh? Or no?
Yeah, I would, if it's still there. A lot of stores are gone by now. Like I said, the one in Manhattan's last day is going to be Monday. So
we're still at like the 30% off stage here.
Really? Oh yeah, no, it's 60 to 70. And I have a feeling that by
50, but there's most of the stuff is still right at 30.
My drop mix was 70% off. I figure that's the best I'm gonna do.
No,
there's still a bunch of video games and everything at the ones around here.
They actually had some games that would have been, I guess, $18. That's I think is what it works out to be. And I looked at they had Overwatch for the Xbox One.
Isn't that 20 at GameStop this weekend?
Yeah, but that's 20 at GameStop, right? At least it was for today. I don't know if it is tomorrow. Is that a one-day thing? Doesn't matter. I still wasn't going to get it.
Nobody's going to buy Overwatch now at this point. I think anybody...
They also had Assassin's Creed Origins, and I debated getting that for $18. But I feel like... But it wasn't the Everything edition, and I feel like at some point I'll be able to get everything for $18.
Right. Is there really anybody left who's like curious if they're going to like Overwatch or not? No, is the answer.
Not on this show.
Yeah. I don't think so. But there you go. That's my Toys R Us story from the show feedback.
While we're talking about Toys R Us, should we talk about Best Buy and the Gamers Club demise?
You mean how it doesn't exist anymore?
The store.
So I have a question for you guys. When you guys go to the Best Buy website and you look at a video game, does it still show you the Gamers Club price?
No, it only shows you in the cart.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure how that was working because it was making me nervous that I didn't see it anymore. But that's good to know.
I don't understand how they could fuck that up.
Well, it's not that I don't think it's that they did. I think they just decided that it wasn't worth the money.
I think they're wrong.
Yeah.
They may very well be. It could be a situation like Chili's ran into. Yeah, I'm going to use a Chili's story from this one.
I can't wait.
I know you're excited. So Chili's used to have a really good Chili's rewards program. You go, you eat food there, and however much you spent went to points. It was all fairly automatic. You just enter in your cell phone number on the little kiosk thing, and it would tally up your points. And they would also email you. They would also email you like twice a week with decent coupons, like free kids meals, like 1 kids meal per entree. So 2 adults and 2 kids, both kids meals would be free. That's a good coupon. Or, a free appetizer, a free dessert, and you'll get those like every 2 or 3 days. And that was the old rewards program. And since Chili's is the closest chain restaurant to my house, it was good. The kids liked Chili's, and I would say, and it was fairly inexpensive to go to a sit-down restaurant with children, which is not...
Dude, Chili's, wrap up the Chili's story. What's happening? Where is this going? They canceled the program and you liked it.
They canceled the program.
Right.
And now you only eat there once a week.
Well, the thing was, not just me, but a lot of people just stopped eating there altogether when they canceled the program. And I don't know, 3 months ago they brought it back.
I hope something similar for GCU then?
Yeah, so I was bringing it to where I'm saying there's precedent of a company having something that works and is good for the consumer, and then they drop it, and then they're like, okay, we're really sorry we dropped this.
I don't know.
It's such a weird move. So obviously we don't know all the financials for Best Buy, but we know they've been doing very well for the past few years now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in that same time frame, GCU either by coincidence or because it was working.
Or by design.
Right. It kind of lined up with when GCU happened. So people were making good decisions at Best Buy, probably outside of GCU, but I think also with GCU at the same time. Mm-hmm. So by killing this, not only do they get rid of like a consistent like revenue source of like people signing up and paying to have a service. Mm-hmm. Like you're getting rid of like loyal customers that are paying a subscription to you. Mm-hmm. Now it wasn't a ton of money, but it's every 2 years you're getting people coming in and paying you money to shop at your store. Mm-hmm. So you're getting rid of that. You're certainly getting rid of all of the extra stuff that people were buying at Best Buy because either they just happened to be there or they were building up rewards points and getting these coupons and all that, which some of that still exists. But it was such like a hybrid with Gamers Club that you knew that's where you were going to be buying your games. So that's where you would buy your other stuff so that you would get the rewards.
You couldn't afford not to buy the games at Best Buy and then all the other things that you probably were buying at Amazon. If they sold it at Best Buy, might as well buy at Best Buy, get those reward certs.
Right, get that elite status.
I got it. I had that 2 years in a row only because of GCU. I would have never bought all that stuff at Best Buy otherwise. Include, the game. Forget about the games. I'm talking about like the electronics and stuff.
The smart home. Your home would be so stupid if it wasn't for GCU.
No, it would just be Amazon. Amazon would have just
all of this money's just going to funnel directly back to Amazon.
Yeah,
and some to GameStop. GameStop's going to get some business out of this just because
if you lived closer to a GameStop than a Best Buy and it's the same price, then why wouldn't you just go there?
Exactly.
GameStops I totally get that.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Mm-hmm. Best Buys are not.
For me, it's Target is closer than Best Buy. And with Target, I'm going to get 5% off, which, no, it's not 20, but it's more than zero.
More than zero, and it's, for most people, you had to drive past other stores to get to Best Buy.
Yep.
And they're basically saying we want out of the games business. It'll be really interesting to see what this turns into in, when it's officially dead and how long it takes. Because I know that you, Shipwreck, your subscription isn't up for another year, right? A year and a half. Year and a half. So I'm good through December 2019.
Yeah, and I'm dead on December 18.
Yeah, I'm with you, Wombat, somewhere around there. The weird thing is when they started GCU, wasn't it like $120 or?
Yeah, it was really expensive when it started, and I didn't do it when it was super expensive.
So how come it's got to be either $120 for 2 years?
Or 30?
Or 30. Like, there's a whole spectrum of dollars in between those two amounts. It's such a weird thing.
It is a super weird thing.
And also, like, they had this great program, and there was, like, no promotion of it whatsoever. In-store, online, social media. I mean, forget about it.
Well, there's social media. There was some signage in store.
Some signs, but the employees.
Some stuff on the website.
If you want to see some social media stuff about GCU, just read all the comments on anything that Best Buy posts.
Right. And as Shipwreck pointed out, he was pointing out that, like, I guess they have almost 1 million followers on Best Buy's, on the Best Buy Twitter account. Mm-hmm. But they post stuff and it gets like no likes, no retweets. Now, as Wombat said, it's just people complaining about GCU. But it's, Shipwreck said that his random tweets from Target get more interaction. And it's just so weird. And like, why did Best Buy not have like a whole separate gaming marketing thing going on? A social media presence, like anything. I mean, you had this great program that anybody who knew about video game shopping knew was by far the best deal in gaming, but there was no push from within Best Buy behind it. It's weird. Maybe you think they're getting pushed out of it by publishers or like other retailers are complaining, like some other retailers flexing their muscle with the publishers and saying, look, we don't like this Best Buy program. I mean, it seems weird because they're killing
off. Super weird.
You don't kill off like
a great thing. I
look
forward to the documentary on it when we get it. Because there's got to be a story behind this. Like, and it's a terrible story, whatever it is.
let's do a Kickstarter to make this documentary. We'll ask for $30, just like the cost of it, and Wombat will get started right away.
Because I don't. Does Best Buy realize how terrible it is to shop in one of their stores?
I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but
it's pretty.
I've got.
No, if you walk into a Best Buy,
an argument with a manager at Best Buy before.
Wait, how? Tell me.
When they were doing that shady trade-in deal with Star Wars Battlefront 1 to get credit towards Star Wars Battlefront 2, and they wouldn't take my copy because I didn't buy my first copy in a Best Buy. And I'm like, but the ad doesn't say that.
Wait,
well,
what? You said that?
Yeah, I said the ad doesn't say it has to have been bought, that the first game had to have been bought at a Best Buy.
That's some bullshit.
It just said trade in your old copy.
Of course, that's crazy.
And you get a coupon for 20% off. I'm like, oh, that works. Because it would have been stacked on my...
Of course, I thought about doing it.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let me do it. And they gave me... And the manager's like, nope, can't do it.
Which
Sorry.
one? Which one was this?
This was the one by me in Levittown. And it was just kind of... and... It's funny because when I found a way to get it to do it, because I went to another store, all they do is hand you a slip of paper. It's like a paper coupon. It's not like they're processing something or scanning something in the computer. The manager just could have been like, look, we can't work for... The rules are different in this store, but you know what? Just take the damn coupon.
Right.
A lot of that I put on that Best Buy often does all these programs and everything and doesn't really educate their
like GCU, you mean?
Yeah, like it's like they do a lot of weird stuff, like one-off type stuff that's like not normal for their employees to see. And I get how that turns into bad situations in the store. But I'm just talking about when I would go into a Best Buy and I'm just looking for a video game. Like I know what video game I want to buy, and I go over to the shelf, and it should be there. Like I understand how the alphabet works.
Okay.
And it's like either all the games are stored behind the counter, and they don't have any like display copies out, or they only put games on some weird end cap over by appliances.
Yeah.
Or you have to know where like this new release like stand is at somewhere in the store, and it seems like that keeps moving around. So ultimately it feels like they want you to talk to an employee whenever you go in there, because I have to ask somebody to help me find a video game. Right. This is the only store in existence I've ever had to ask somebody where a video game was at.
Well, Toys R Us, you used to have to get the piece of paper.
No, I knew where that was at, though.
You knew where the paper was.
The paper's right there.
Easy to get the paper.
Right. This is. There's no clue. Like the last time I went in for the co-op game where you're escaping. The
Way Out.
Way Out. Yeah, I always forget the name of that game because it doesn't seem like they actually titled that game anything.
I will never forget it because Mrs. Chibi couldn't wait to get
a way out.
Right. So yeah, like I went in, I'm like, okay, I'll look under A, I guess, first. No. Look under W. No. Then look around, like just do the random, like walk around in circles to see if I can find where maybe the new releases are at. Could like it wasn't there.
Yeah. Not much effort was put in.
Right. And it's like, okay. And then like eventually a Best Buy person, he'd probably been watching me the whole time, just like waiting to pounce. He comes over and it's like, can I help you with something? And then I had to like tell him, and he's like, yeah, 1 second, I'll be right back. And he like heads to the back room and pulls out a copy for me. Like, okay, thanks. I guess I should have just found you to begin with.
Sure, yeah, I do that sometimes. If I'm at it depends. Like sometimes I just want to walk around, and if I have time to kill, I don't mind doing that. But if I'm in a rush, I'll just ask somebody, or these guys are usually looking for something to do. If there's nobody in the store.
I'm not looking for that experience if I'm not getting 20% off.
Right, I hear you. Right, sure. It was a
that's
great
been my
excuse.
go-to place for like 4 years now, something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta call somebody up at Best Buy and see if we can.
At least that $30, I can put that directly towards Amazon Prime now.
Well, you were gonna pay for that anyway.
Well, yeah, I know.
That's
fortunate timing that I can't spend $30 at Best Buy and Amazon suddenly wants my $30.
it's just it's pretty frustrating.
Hopefully Amazon doesn't drop their
Oh, they're
discount
totally going to drop it. Why would you keep it?
I know, because I have Prime, and that's a good reason to
No, we're going to be paying $30 more for Prime, and they're going to take that away.
What a bunch of jerks. I hate everybody.
Hold on, let me see if the Best Buy guy accepted my LinkedIn invitation.
That's really funny.
He did not. And he did not.
Oh.
And he didn't.
Doesn't he know who you are?
I don't know. I feel like I should try to call him. Is that crazy? I don't know what I would say to him. I mean, I would tell him that I think that he should hire me to tell him what to do. Hire batship consultants. I don't know. I mean, it's like it's sad watching like a horrible decision being made, but maybe they have something better planned.
It just seems like it's gonna take them so long to find out that this was a horrible decision too, because
they
of
must
the
have
way.
the
That's
data.
just it.
Don't-
It's the timing. It's going to take, because it's not like it ends for everyone on a specific day. Everyone's going to
Right.
be staggered with their endings, so it's going to be really weird to see how long it takes them to realize that this was a bad idea.
But surely they must have the data. You know, they know how much.
I'm sure they do have the data, and stop calling me Shirley.
Right,
But I
don't-
think the data could be very misleading in this case,
It could very well be,
because
it's
if you don't
hard to
if you don't dig down into like the real minutia of, okay, all these people have Gamer Club unlocked, like what else are they buying?
But that's
It's-
easy
it's-
to find out that information.
It is easy to find out. It's also, it also, again, it depends on how they're looking at it. They may be, I don't know. Maybe they're only looking at people who bought something at the same time as buying a game, which would be, of course, the wrong way to look at it.
Or maybe they assume that that doesn't matter and we're going to be buying those things there anyway.
That's crazy talk.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I'm just
I know.
saying.
We don't disagree with that,
Yeah.
but it's very easy to look at the numbers and go, this is a bad program if you just look at like the profits that they're making on video games.
And if you're looking at just all the additional purchases when purchasing a game, if you have to look at the whole package of what has everyone who has Gamer Club unlocked as a group spent at Best Buy, and what was the profit on everything that all of those people bought.
They must have
And if
that information. They must.
And if there is a profit to that one, and again, I'm oversimplifying something very complicated, but if it was $1 billion spent by all these people on $500 million worth of merchandise, then you keep Gamers Club unlocked, because they might find out that $1 billion worth of sales is only because those people had Gamers Club unlocked. Whether or not they bought a fridge 2 months later on a separate buy is only because they already had an account set up in that system.
It's
Even if you're
hopefully-
making $1 of profit, you keep it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to call the guy tomorrow. Hello?
We'll find out. It'll be the same week that they announce their new. It'll be first they'll bring back Gamers Club Unlocked.
Uh-huh.
Then they'll announce the new CFO.
Then they'll announce the new old logo.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They'll change the logo again to the font of whatever game is popular at that time.
That gradient has to go. It's so bad.
Hey, eyes on the prize. Let's not get sidetracked by silly things
But
that don't.
oh yeah, the gradient is just there to distract us.
Right, from the bigger picture of GCU being gone. These cosmetic things, they don't affect our game shopping lives. Should we do watch this, bitches?
Sure. Have you watched something?
Well, we all saw Deadpool. Let's give our quick Deadpool 2 impressions and save the meat of it for after the show.
It's a very good movie.
I also agree that it was a good movie, and I laughed a lot.
Yes, as did I.
And I had heartwarming feelings as well.
Sure.
There might have been a tear or two.
No.
Yeah. And in fact,
We'll have to discuss this later, so I could be surprised and shocked.
In fact, I saw Mrs. Cheapy looked over at me at one point during the movie, and I knew that there was one tear that went down my face, and I thought that she saw it. So I was like, oh, because I am embarrassed that I had a tear go down my face during Deadpool 2. So. After the movie, I was like, oh yeah, you saw me like cry. And she's like, no, I didn't see that. And I was like, fuck. But I think they did a great job with the movie. I mean, it was as good or better than the first one, I thought.
I would agree with that as well.
Me as well.
Mm-hmm.
They had more budget.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very cool. Very cool.
And I also thought, not only did I think that Miss GB saw me cry during the movie, but I thought that she saw that she was being embarrassed because I was laughing so often and loudly that I thought that I was embarrassing her with that too. But she also said that she didn't notice that. So
I will say this, although I did not cry during Deadpool 2.
Obviously.
I got close to the edge with the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow. That's emotional.
I did not cry. There were no tears shed, but I was standing up. I had my hands on my head.
Wow.
I was like, and I was alone in the house.
Uh-huh.
So if there was a moment that I would have cried, it would have been, that's a good moment. Like there was no one. The kids were out at a party or something, and I don't know what my wife was doing, but I was the only person home. And I was watching it, and I had to text my wife, and I said, I think the season finale of S.H.I.E.L.D. broke me because she gave me permission to watch it without her. And I was like, they bring it around at the end of the episode, but when you're watching it, you forget. I mean, they did a really good job on there was a twist and then a twist to the twist that they set up that twist to the twist in the second episode of the season. It was really smart. It was very smartly done.
The old double twist early setup.
Yeah, it was a double twist. Yeah, exactly. And that's a hard thing to pull off, especially when it's like, oh, and here's the thing that's going to happen in the second episode of the season, and you're going to forget about it because there's going to be 20 episodes in between. And then we're going to bring it up again in the last one. And you're going to be like, what? So.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And it's a really good setup for the next season.
Is that the thing that has come closest to making you cry in a long time, would you say?
Probably. I would say, okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That last episode, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. But, oh, man.
Wow.
It was so hard to watch, but I did, and I made it through. And I just wanted to let you know that was the closest I've come to crying in probably forever.
Well, that's good. I like to stay abreast of that.
Yeah, so I'm not completely dead inside. I just need more things that have me as emotionally involved as something that I've been watching for 5 years.
Right. I started watching the Evil Genius miniseries on Netflix, which is
how's that? That's something I will not watch. But how
really?
Is it?
Why?
Yeah,
it's just a crime doc. There was this famous bank robbery in the what is it? It was the early 2000s in Erie, Pennsylvania, where a guy robbed the bank with a bomb collar strapped to his neck, and it's about that. It's pretty weird. It's got a very interesting cast of characters, and it's not as long as those other series that could be a turnoff for some people. I think it's only 4 episodes, so I don't think. Why would you not check that out, Wombat? It's not particularly gross. Well, maybe.
It's not even the gross. It's just knowing that really happened just kind of depresses.
You don't want to see the dark side of humanity.
Yeah, basically. I have enough of that in my life.
Right, at work.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
Shipwreck's not going to watch it, so I won't even bother. But
nope.
So our listeners have been asking if we were watching it, and we're almost done.
I am watching that new kid show on Netflix. That, oh my goodness, the name of it is escaping me, and I literally watched an episode before the show started. the Who Is show or something like that, where it's a children's show, so it would be good. Like Ty would like it. Sabrina has been enjoying it, where they talk about a famous historical figure in like the format of a sketch comedy show, but it's still educational.
Ty likes young teenagers screaming about Minecraft videos.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like the sketches are done by young teenagers. So yeah, and they have them like they actually did all the stupid Fortnite dances at one point. You could see Albert Einstein doing the floss. You want to see that? That's the show.
Maybe,
but they throw in actual facts about Albert Einstein that your children may retain, and therefore they learn something whilst getting their entertainment that they enjoy.
What was that called? Who Is?
The Who Was.
I love that you don't know the name.
The Who Was show, I believe it's called.
It's on YouTube, you said?
It's on the Netflix.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Netflix, you have that.
I have to say, I do have Netflix. I stream things. This is not current at all, but I've been watching Red Letter Media a lot recently, some older episodes, and I came across the Jack and Jill episode. You know, the Adam Sandler quote unquote comedy where he plays both parts. It's a two-parter because there's a lot to discuss. You know, it's I haven't seen the movie, and it's not necessary to enjoy the Red Letter Media bit on it. But they basically call it the Great American Comedy Scam. How Adam Sandler makes these these big movie deals, and then obviously doesn't spend any of the money on making the movie, just like we talked about with the Netflix movie that just came out the week of. How it looked like it cost 2 cents to make, and nobody cared about it. But they said the budget for Jack and Jill was almost $80 million. And it doesn't look as good as like any indie movie.
Do we know how much it made?
You could look it up, I'm sure.
Let's see if it's on Box Office Mojo. You talk.
Okay, I'm going to talk. But it's very interesting how they talk about how there's only one joke in the whole movie that's like an actual joke, set up joke with a punchline and a payoff, and the rest, everything else is just people falling, people getting hit with things, stuff like that. Like no actual jokes.
The lifetime domestic gross of Jack and Jill was $74 million. So that movie did not turn a profit.
Well, it says the box office was $150 million on Wikipedia.
Maybe that's international.
That is still money.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying maybe that's why this number is different than your number.
Anyway, the point is, watch the Jack and Jill thing from Red Letter Media. It's pretty entertaining on its own. I was trying to do some exercising, so I've been watching.
And
those
to confirm with Shipwreck's number, yes, the total foreign gross was an additional $75 million on top of the
$74 million.
Yep. So, $149,673,000.
That is why Adam Sandler gets money to make movies.
Exactly.
Right.
He turned a profit. That's all that matters.
The idea was that he obviously doesn't care about making movies or anything. He only cares about just getting the money. And it's anyway, watch that thing. It's really good.
Okay, Jack and Jill. I'll go watch it.
Jill. Not the movie.
How much do you think Pixels made by comparison?
Oh, they made a ton.
I watched that one too on Red Letter, the Half in the Bag.
That is
Pixels
a worldwide $244,874,000.
Yeah, I was going to say it was somewhere in the $250 million range.
Yep. No, I just was curious.
At box office, you have to think that Pixels did great at home as well.
It did good. It didn't do great.
Well,
did good.
That's good enough. I mean, who cares?
I'm sure it did very well. Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't cost that much to make.
The Pac-Man license was probably the biggest cost.
No, Adam Sandler's
well, no,
salary was the biggest.
What?
Domestic, it made $78 million, and I have a feeling that the budget was probably similar to a Jack and Jill budget.
Right,
So it made the budget was $88 million. It's right here actually. So it was an $88 million movie. It did not turn a profit domestically.
That doesn't matter. We're worldwide
I know,
now.
but you said you were sure it did very well domestically.
No.
No,
After
it did not.
no, after box office.
Oh, you mean
I
like
mean at home.
home movies?
Home,
Gotcha.
yes.
Understood.
How about some read this, bitches?
Sure.
Why?
Why? Because it's sometimes it's fun to read things.
Because
Who
I
reads?
Like reading.
I finally finished the book that Shipwreck told me to read.
Oh, really?
Something Zero.
That's not the name of it.
Yeah, I know. What's the something? It's I thought you would know. Surely you would know.
Patient Zero?
No.
Significant Zero.
Significant Zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Man Zero?
It was no, I finished it slowly and surely. But I enjoyed it. It's a very interesting look into basically a video game writer and what it's like to work in the industry and about this guy's life specifically, which was pretty interesting and a little depressing, but seemed to work out okay. Syndicate, what was it? No, Significant Zero.
Yes, and it was all about games that you had played as well.
Yeah, he worked on Spec Ops and BioShock
And Darkness.
and Darkness 2, I believe.
Yeah, Darkness 2.
Yeah, it was good. It was funny, and interesting. I like reading these books about the people who worked in the industry and the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, that one's not dry at all either.
No.
So, I've been reading some more Kindle comic books on my iPad, the free ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I decided to dig into some of the recent Star Wars comics, the Marvel
Which
ones.
I keep saying I'm going to do, and I haven't done yet. So how are they?
So, I read the first 5 issues of, I don't know, all of the ones from when did these start coming out? 2015,
Not that long ago. There was one.
somewhere in that
Yeah, I
range?
want to say 15, 16. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever ones were on Amazon Prime for that. So I read the Darth Vader one, the Han Solo one, the Lando one, and then just Star Wars. The Darth Vader one, which I had the biggest hesitation going into just because of how he's been kind of treated in some of the most recent movies. Not the Darth Vader that I would picture. The Darth Vader comic is actually really good.
Isn't this what we were talking about at E3 last year with the Marvel guy?
Yeah, no, we were. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were talking about
so.
it. And yeah, the Darth Vader comic is actually really good. Like all of these comics take place after A New Hope, prior to Empire. Mm-hmm. So there is some gap in that story to fill in.
Sure. Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
So that one's good. The other ones I would say are they're readable, but not.
I keep meaning to check it out, and then I read other things.
Yeah, that's fine. Check out the Vader one. I think you get like a lot of them. Like there's like straight up panels in the Star Wars, just the one called Star Wars that are from the Darth Vader one because like the stories kind of intermix at points.
Have you ever gone back and reread any of the old ones, like the ones from the late 70s, early 80s?
Not recently.
Those are just silly.
Yeah.
Those are on Marvel Unlimited. All of those.
Okay.
They're bizarre.
Yeah. They're weird. The Lando one of these is the weirdest out of the 3. Maybe it's because, I mean, truthfully, we don't have a whole lot of Lando story.
I was going to say, because that's the one where they could probably be the most creative.
Yes. That one gets pretty weird. But
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Star Wars, we have a new sponsor. And that sponsor is Little Bits.
The bits.
Yeah, they've got a new droid kit, which they sent out to Wombat. Well, not for Wombat's child.
Yes, children.
Yes,
Children
to enjoy and report back on.
It's for everybody in the house. It is appropriate for all.
Sure. Of course. Yeah, so with the droid kit, you can make your own droid.
It's pretty cool. I made my very own R2 unit, which was kind of fun. There was debate over my house on whether or not to use the red stickers or the blue stickers, but we went with blue stickers. But no, it's really cool. It's really, here's a good thing, a good way, I guess, to preface this. One of my children, the eldest, is really into those circuit kits. Are you familiar with those?
Sure. STEM is all the rage these days.
Yeah, she's really into those. And this, as soon as you open the box, the first thing you do is you put together like the little engine pieces. You're inventing you're inventing this R2 unit, which is pretty cool. And she put that together, and then you go to the app to get the rest of the instructions, and it's really easy to follow. And she was able to do everything as together, and it was a family activity, and it was great, and it's really cool because now we have a droid, and who doesn't want that?
I used to play with these types of things when I was younger, and obviously there was no app interaction or like coding that you could do back then. You just put the stuff together and it would just move forward basically in a straight line. But this thing now, there's like coding you can do, and you're programming the droids. It's pretty cool. Go to littlebits.com/CAGcast. You'll get $10 off a droid inventor kit. It's the Toy Association's 2018 Toy of the Year.
It's super cool. I highly recommend it. If you have a child with a birthday coming up, if you just want to surprise them with something awesome, make sure to go check it out, pick one up, be the cool uncle, and get this product.
All right, how about some new releases?
Sure. There's some things this week. We've got Detroit Become Human for PS4.
Well, that's this week.
I know that's your stuff.
I don't think
Did you buy that? There's that 20% off deal with PSN.
I haven't done anything. I haven't made any moves. I haven't asked anybody to send it to me for free. I have not pre-ordered it. I've done nothing. But I am interested in the game. It looks cool to me.
So where do you sit on the past David Cage games?
I play a little of them, and then like somebody spoils the ending, or I just fizzle out.
He presses X for boredom. That's what I do.
Those are the two outcomes that I think I've had so far.
Yeah, I still remember that. I got that last one that he made, and everyone told me I had to play it, even though I thought I would hate it, and I did not really enjoy my playtime of it. And then someone went out of their way to send me a private message in every possible place one could with what the ending of the game was.
Yes, it's nice.
I'm like, thanks a lot, person.
Yeah, no, I watched the demo.
The last one was Beyond?
Yes.
Is that the one? What was the one with the dead children?
Oh,
Heavy Rain?
Jason. Yes,
Heavy Rain. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not like that game at all. That's a bad game.
No, I watched the whole E3 demo at E3 last year. I stood behind somebody and watched them play through it, and it looked cool to me. It looked like these robot TV shows that I enjoy. Except you can.
I think the key there is if you're going to be okay with the writing in this, because I like the idea of these games, and all of them seem to cheat on the execution, I would say. I felt cheated at the end of Heavy Rain. I know that.
Okay.
And I never got all the way through Beyond, I guess. That was when I was having my first kid.
That'll do it.
Yep. So that's what I was playing when that happened. Haven't gotten back to it since.
I think I own that game now because it's the free game of the month.
Sure.
So,
Have at
I
it.
own it. I don't think I'll ever play it though.
Also this week, Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon for PS4 and Switch. That's the kickstarted Castlevania style game by one of the Castlevania guys.
Oh yeah.
So
Supposed to be good?
I think so. I it looks good.
I saw that Symphony of the Night was on sale on Xbox.
Yes. So Koji Igarashi is
I
the,
believe you.
Yep, is the dude.
My man. My dude. Let me look at these screenshots. Oh yeah, it looks like Castlevania. It looks exactly like Castlevania.
Yeah. It's like how do you
Really?
get away with this?
I mean,
Even the font is
I have to
Castlevania.
zoom in to see if it's Castlevania or not, basically. I'm looking at a little picture and it's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, it's basically Castlevania.
Right. And this
Cool.
is the 8-bit version. There's also the more up-to-date version that's coming later this year, which is Bloodstained
okay.
Ritual of the Night.
Uh-huh.
Like they named these things. These are names. These are all words in Castlevania games.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
It's like, come on.
Symphony of the Curse Moon. Hmm?
You're going to steal the aesthetic and the words too?
And the font.
And the font? Like, come on.
What's Konami going to do, really?
Mm.
Send some
Make another soccer game.
Yeah, send some soccer players over. So that looks cool. Also out for, State of Decay 2 is officially out now for Xbox.
Nice.
I played some of that.
Oh, yeah? How's it going?
I don't know if I'm good at it or bad at it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, I'm not dead and no one's died yet.
Okay, that's good.
I did build an infirmary.
Okay. How many hours do you think you've played?
Maybe like 4.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's I think we
I put gas in a car and then I drove that car up to my house.
yeah.
I found a handful of rucksacks.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of zombie things. I do like that because I've played survival games like this before, and lots of times, like as soon as one zombie shows up, it takes like every resource you have to kill one zombie.
Mhm.
I like that the zombies are a little bit more disposable.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, it makes the fact that the combat is kind of fun makes for a much better game, especially in a survival game where that tends to be the thing that they think of last. I feel like.
Right. It's simple. It's very simple, the combat, and I know you're saying that you can get overrun by zombies, like you should, because that's sort of what zombies do.
Yeah,
that's the whole
but
thing.
if you're running down the street and there's one zombie in front of you
Right.
and you have a crowbar,
Yeah.
you're gonna be fine.
I felt like they did a good job of balancing in that way.
Yeah, because you don't want it to be, oh, there's one zombie, I'm alone, that's it, this guy's dead. Because that's kind of like, well, what's the point? You want there to be, there's got to be that balance there, and I think this game does have that, and a lot better than a lot of other games. There was I did also have some moments in that game where I was like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be doing something? Where do you want me to go? Why am I going here?
It throws too many things at you, and so it doesn't let you. It's like pick one because there's so many things going on. Plus, like you have to constantly get resources for your base. So there's always a lot of stuff going on. And like you said, you don't know what you're supposed to do because the radio is constantly coming on. It's like, oh, this guy needs help. And then if you don't do it in a certain amount of time, radio comes back again. And it's like, oh, that guy left.
Too late for that.
Too late for that. And you're not
Too late for that.
You don't know what to prioritize.
Yeah, wait, and I'm like, did I need that? Was that something that I ruined the game?
Right.
So-
No, I think really it's just there's a lot of tasks, and the game has gotten knocked because people felt like the reviewers felt like they were doing busy work. There's like too many things popping up saying that they need.
But this is your kind of game, though.
I've played about 8 hours of it, and I've lost one character, and I've definitely.
Is it your first person? Is it the person you get paired with at the beginning?
No.
Okay.
That person is the leader now, actually.
Wow.
I've had some really interesting, unique suspenseful moments in this game that I've not really experienced in other games, because when the character dies, it's final death for that character. You can be in a situation where not only could you potentially lose that character, but you could be driving a van full of supplies that you've just spent the last half hour picking up, and you could lose that. You'd have to, it would still be in the van, but you'd have to go grab another guy and come back, and it's like a whole thing. You don't want to have to worry about what just happened to all your goodies that you just got. And I've had that happen to me in the game where I've sweat. It's not quite at the PUBG levels when you're at the, in the top 10 or something like that, but for a single player game, that's pretty good. So State of Decay 2, I'll be playing more.
I will try to play more. I don't know, because I guess this does not fall into new releases. I did buy the season pass for Lego Marvel 2 also recently.
Congratulations.
That was on sale for half price. So we've been playing that with the kids. Well, the kids finally saw Black Panther, and they just saw Infinity War, and the season pass has levels for both those movies. So it's kind of a no-brainer.
All right. Any other new releases?
I know we all got codes for Disco Dodgeball Remix.
I played a little bit of that.
I have not had a chance yet.
Not.
It's exactly what it says it is. You're a robot, and there's a couple of other robots, and you play dodgeball against the robots.
Techno
you throw
music?
the ball at them. There is some techno music. There's some flashing lights. You throw the ball and try to hit the robots. If you catch their ball, then they're out. And that's it.
I like dodgeball and electronic music.
Well, you should check it out, considering that you already have it.
I know. I got to do that. There's so many games. There's a lot of games.
There are, and E3's coming up. And
I know.
You got the Sega Genesis collection next week.
Is that it for the new
Don't
releases?
get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, next week.
Gorgoa came out for Xbox, apparently.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither. It sounds like hentai.
Gorgoa was one of those Annapurna games.
It sounds like a dinosaur monster that attacks some sort of
it's none of these things. I've talked about it on the show before a little bit. It came out for iOS. And
it's not like a fun game where you play as a dinosaur or trying to stop the dinosaur?
No.
Because I would play that.
This is more of a thinking man's game.
Oh, no, I'm out.
A lot of puzzles.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry.
It's basically like one long seventh guess puzzle.
Does it have bad acting in full motion video?
Except for those things. Except for the things that you liked about Seventh Guest. It's like that.
That's what it said. That.
And, of course, you're picking up Dark Souls Remastered this week.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting all the souls. All dark of them.
They're not as dark anymore.
I heard they're darker.
They're remastered.
I heard they're darker. That's what
darker. Yes.
Extra Dark Souls.
I
heard the remastered version has an easy mode.
Is that true?
No. Could you imagine? Could you imagine what would happen?
People would complain.
Oh, the internet would have exploded. You ruined the game. You don't even understand what it's about. You made it easy.
I think if they thought they could sell more copies,
the whining would be incessant. You'd hear it. You would hear it from your house. From wherever the people are that would whine about that.
Who cares about those people?
I'm just saying it would be pretty funny, though.
I'll just close the window.
That's mega trolling right there. The easy mode in Dark Souls makes this game so much more enjoyable. Would be the trolliest troll tweet I think I could do.
Especially if it doesn't exist.
I know, exactly.
All right. Is that it for the new releases?
That is it for the new releases.
I thought we should do an E3 Hype Wagon check-in, see how we're doing on the scheduling, but...
We're doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know what any of these notes mean.
What do you mean?
What does that first note mean under E3? Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know what you're looking at. Oh, how big is the E3 hype for GP and Shipwreck?
No, that was the person
that had
it.
the question.
Oh, that's from Samuel. Yeah, that's from Samuel in our Discord, discord.gg/CAG.
I'm like, what does Samuel today at 2:50 have to? What does that mean?
That's when he wrote it.
Is that an appointment you have at E3?
Yeah, Samuel. That's my.
Because usually, like, the font is different when it's like a username or something. That's why I was thrown off. Anyway,
right.
Gotcha.
I was so confused. So how Shipwreck, should we be hyped? I mean, you're the one who's been wheeling and dealing, booking the appointments.
We have appointments and it'll be fun.
All right, I'm hyped.
Good.
Are you gonna bring me home a speaker hat?
We have not nailed down the Atari appointment yet.
Ugh, you're so disappointed.
They're not going to be handing out $100 speaker hats.
Really? They're not going to be handing out speaker hats? Thanks.
I don't think so. Well, maybe they handed out headphones last year.
Clarifying.
We didn't get them though.
That wasn't them.
Not Atari.
No. But it's going well. We will have many things to see and do. And it's still a really weird E3 because half the stuff is not at E3.
And it's extra long.
Mm-hmm. Except for, well, it's still longer on Tuesdays, but it still has that really weird 11 a.m. start time on Tuesday. So it's like you start and then you immediately want to go get lunch.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
No matter what time they start.
Yeah.
It's important. That's okay. We have a nice early breakfast or normal time breakfast. Thorban, I got to make the appointment to Thorban reminded me that we should make the breakfast appointments early, like now. But he reminded me like 6 months ago. So it's a good thing I remembered.
It'll be a good E3, I think.
Good.
I have high hopes.
I like that they have like business hours or press hours or something.
Industry hours
and extra long hours and. I don't know. Should be good. Games. They have games there, I think. All right. How about a word from our other sponsor, Harry's? Of course, as you know, Harry's was started by two guys who were fed up with paying high prices for razor blades at their local drugstore. So they started their own company and bought their own factory in Germany. And now they make their own razor blades and sell them direct to you at half the price. I know that I don't just love the Harry's razor blades, but I'm also a big fan of all their men's, face products. What do you call those?
Grooming
products. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I'm using the face wash with peppermint every day. It's really nice. I like that it's got that little grit in there to make you feel like you're getting the dirt out. I use the post-shave balm, and I also use the shaving cream, which is also excellent. And Harry's wants you to know that they stand behind the quality of their blades and that they've created a trial offer because they know that switching razors isn't an easy decision. So you can claim your trial offer by going to harrys.com/CAG. That's harrys.com/CAG. I know that Wombat's always getting complimented about his face just wherever he goes. It's a little annoying, I think, because he's trying to get to places.
And it's like I can't walk 5 feet without someone going, ooh la la.
Ooh, French people even.
Mm.
That's how you know it's really special. So yeah, you'll get a $13 value trial set that comes with everything you need for a close, comfortable shave, a weighted ergonomic handle, a 5-blade razor with lubricating strip and trimmer blade, rich lathering shave gel, and a travel blade cover. Listeners of our show can redeem their trial set at harrys.com/CAG. Make sure you go to harrys.com/CAG to redeem your offer and let them know that we sent you to help support the show. Thanks, Harry's. And thank you, Wombat, because it's your time for your Overwatch onslaught, and it's a big, time for Overwatch right now because it's the anniversary event.
Great. Did they add in a story?
Yes, it's on YouTube.
Also, on Amazon Prime, there's free comics.
Wow.
Overwatch comics?
Yeah.
Oh, I had bought them for Ty, I think. One of the books.
Any new films I can watch on other websites?
I don't know. I think it's it's definitely dying down for Overwatch. It's even during the special event. It's still.
I guess the question is when do we change the headline of this section?
I know that's what I'm thinking. Like, I haven't been thinking about that, but I have been thinking about what about the people that like Robert Kraft.
Like, is it now time for Wombat's State of the Games?
I don't know. But like, what about these guys who laid out millions of dollars for Overwatch franchises? Like, is this game really going to be having people pay for tickets in 2 years, 1 year? Maybe. I mean, it seems weird to me that it would be, because didn't you tell me that they're making Legos now? Or
yep, official Overwatch Legos.
Why did that take so long?
Licensing is weird.
Is that long it takes?
It can, yeah. That's not that crazy, but yes.
Well, in the past, the Activision had deals with Mega Bloks. Because that's who make all the Call of Duty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
And
like
the Destiny stuff.
I don't watch Overwatch League, but I'm sure some of our listeners do, and I'm wondering if what the viewership has been like over the last, 6 months or so. Anyway, yes, that's a good question, Wombat. We may have to rename your segment, but not yet. As long as I'm still playing it, I think that's how long we have to call it Overwatch Onslaught.
Okay,
and
we can't call it like Injustice something.
No, not yet.
Because I played a lot of that over the weekend too. I still played too much of that. I did that anniversary. Speaking of anniversary events, I did the Injustice 2 anniversary event, and and after you complete that, you wind up with I think it was 37 loot boxes.
Oh yeah, you told us about that. You gave us this whole lowdown already. I know all about it.
That was last week. Oh, that's right. That was last week. Never mind. Bye.
I was jealous because but I did get one quality loot box. My freebie Overwatch loot box was pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't know if I got anything too amazing.
I remember zoning out during this conversation last week.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
What else? Where are we?
Do we want to know about the battlefields?
I got to be honest. I did not read or watch 1 second.
I watched the trailer. It looks like Battlefield.
What is it? When does it take place? What year?
The World War IIs. It's about the greatest generation.
No, I think I'm all right.
There's a woman on the cover.
Forget it then.
There are dumb people that are upset about that.
I was totally going to buy it, but now I'm definitely not going to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. It's there's a single player. A single player is a series of, where you play as different characters. That style. There's a co-op online mode. There's your traditional online modes. There is no battle royale announced at this time. They are saying there won't be. There will not be a season pass.
Why would you say there won't be? That is a weird thing to announce.
Did they say that?
Know. Yeah.
They did.
And there's no season pass, and there's no loot boxes. They are selling cosmetics, and that is all.
Like lipstick?
I guess.
It's a new line. Well, there is a woman on the cover.
And blush. And the maps are all free DLC.
Let me look at the cover. I didn't see. Battlefield.
So that's kind of what it's all about.
What? I can't even find. Is it? Oh no, I don't see it. Can't find the cover.
It doesn't matter. It looks like the cover of Battlefield 1, but instead of a dude, it's a lady.
Oh, I want to see cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
Oh, I see. She is wearing cosmetics. Look.
See? I don't make stuff up.
Oh, but so is the guy. No, he is. He's wearing a lot of blue face paint. They wore blue face paint?
Men can wear cosmetics.
Why would they wear blue face paint in World War II?
So you can hide from the sky.
Only if you're looking from the ground up.
Hey, the Earth is what, like 70% water.
Exactly. But, is that a man coming towards us? No, it's just water.
It's just water wearing
no, it's just
uniform.
Water. Stop. Relax.
The water's pointing a gun at me, though.
It's just the sky.
Make up your mind.
It's the sky. It's either water or the sky. Whatever.
There's a lot of it everywhere.
Yeah. It's like everything that isn't ground is water or sky. That's got to be what that is. It's blue.
Yeah, I hate to be like the grumpy old man, but I'm not interested in Battlefield.
That's not the.
Are you interested in?
Not,
it's not for you.
Yeah.
So what?
Right. Okay.
Move on.
Cool.
I liked the Battlefield at one point. I don't remember which one it was, but it wasn't this latest one. I knew that much.
Right. Yeah.
1943, the little downloadable one.
It's fun. I played some of. This doesn't come out till next week, but I can talk briefly about it. Some of Yoku's Island Express, which we saw this at E3 last year, I believe it was, Cheapy. This is the one where there's the little dung beetle that's pushing around the pinball. And
Dung beetle and the pinball. Yes, I do remember this.
Yeah.
Were we sitting on beanbags?
Yes, we were sitting on beanbags.
Yeah, excellent. It's all coming. It's all over tapestry.
Or at least one of us was.
Yes, that's true.
I think the person who was playing was not on the beanbag, but then the other person did.
So it's like a pinball game?
It's a pinball adventure game. Like a pinball platformer almost, I guess.
Are you actually rolling poo around?
Just the pinball. You roll the pinball around as the beetle, but you also can hit it with flippers and do all the pinball-y stuff as well.
But the pinball isn't poo.
No, it's just I don't remember what the pinball is. It might have told me early on. I think
it was a beanbag chair. I think. I'm pretty sure.
But it's one like the map. It's got the whole Cloud of War thing going on. So as you like uncover more, you see more of it, and it's all like interconnected. So it's not like you're playing a pinball table and then you play another pinball table. It's all like part of one big
like
map.
Alligator Alley on the Game Boy.
It's been a while, but maybe.
I think that was like 3 tables that were all connected.
Sure. These would very loosely be called tables because there are sections where you're just like talking to other creatures and pushing around the ball in like town sections and stuff like that.
And they're like, what is that, poop? You're like, no, it's just a ball.
Right.
Poop ball.
But it's pretty solid so far. I'm enjoying it.
Good.
Sorry. I'm 7.
You should really push through it so you let us know how the game is.
Yeah.
Let us know how it finishes up. Nintendo. Let's talk about Nintendo.
Do it.
At JK Gregel writes in and says, you guys are right in a CAGcast about a year ago. A standalone Switch with no dock and no power adapter is coming to Japan with a current exchange rate. They are charging $227 US.
So it'd be probably wind up being like $199.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Sure, why not? Great.
It was the
Enjoy
common sense thing to do. Especially since don't they charge $90 for the dock separately?
It's $80. I've seen it. The Walmart down the street here has it for $60. It's fluctuated. Some Targets, if they were going through a remodel, some Targets were clearancing these out, but
yeah. All right, we'll see. I mean, you think there's going to be new hardware at E3 ship?
No.
Just maybe a different, maybe just this?
Just bundles.
Standalone?
I think they're going to get the price down first by taking things out of the box.
Sure.
Similar to how Xbox did. And
yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't that be your first move?
Makes sense. At Paranerd writes in and says, with rumors of the Nintendo 64 Mini being made, what games would you want to see on it? I've never really played much of Nintendo 64.
Okay.
I was it was never really a part of my life, so I couldn't say. What games would you guys want to see on it?
I guess Ocarina.
I mean, you got,
but I don't know,
both the Zelda games, right? Ocarina and Majora's Mask.
Bless you.
Yes, I mean, there's the band. I mean, I would say the banjo games, but I have those on the Xbox. I don't need something else to have those on.
I don't think this will be on there.
Yeah.
Same with Donkey Kong 64. I don't think that'll be on there.
Mario 64.
Mario will be on there. The F-Zero will be on there.
Smash Bros.
Was there a Luigi Haunted House game on there?
No, that's only on the GameCube.
The Smash Brothers is a good point on this.
Yeah, Smash Bros.
That's a good way to sell more of these controllers.
Anything with a cart.
Yeah, Mario Kart. Again, not Diddy Kong Racing though, right? It's all these rare games that.
Oh, because
that's the weird thing about the N64 era is a lot of their big games were rare.
Popeye 64.
Popeye 64 will definitely be there. I mean, I remember liking the Bomberman games quite a bit. Bomberman 64.
I never played that one.
It was good. It had like a whole like story mode along with it as well.
Look, I mean, as you said, it makes a lot of sense.
Is there a Rogue Squadron game for that? But again, that's also a licensed game.
Yeah, the N64 had a lot of licensed games. Like it had the Star Wars games. That was a big draw for the N64. You had Rogue Squadron. You had Shadows of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
You had a bunch of bad
South Park
bad ports of PlayStation era games.
All those Acclaim games that were on the N64.
Mm-hmm. A passable version of Tony Hawk. My N64 games are it has to have GoldenEye, but that's rare as well.
Duh, GoldenEye.
But it's got rare.
It's not going to get those. But it's not going to get any of these games.
It's rare. So same thing with Perfect Dark. It's so weird. Like it's Microsoft. What is the deal with those games? I guess.
But
they're licensed anyway, so forget it.
Well, Perfect Dark is.
Forget about Rare. I mean, GoldenEye. The Bond is going to be the problem.
Well, yeah, sure, but it's Rare made a lot of games for them back then. Mario Party 1 through 4.
It's a good strategy to sell 4-player games.
No, I think that's how I would push it because that was a big deal about the N64.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That 4-player split screen. I played a lot of GoldenEye in college.
Those wrestling games were a big deal, but again, I don't think WWE's. And it was probably WWF at that point too.
All right, that's enough of this. Let's move on. We have a movie to talk about.
I know. I've been playing a cool game, but no one's ever heard of it. Probably.
What's it called?
It's called The Forest. Have you heard about that?
How do you see it from the trees?
I'm playing it on PC, so we're in the PC corner. I don't know. I read a good review about it on Rock Paper Shotgun, so I just bought it. It's I guess you call it like a first-person survival horror game, but not really horror.
More survival? Again, you're totally into these survival games.
It's different. It's a different vibe, totally different vibe than State of Decay. Your plane crashes onto an island or forest, I guess, forest island, and you have to build shelter, get food, discover what's sort of going on this weird island. There's some like cannibals or something that are spooky and they try to kill you, and it's definitely very scary. I would not play this game at night. But I did play a lot of it during the day, and it was pretty cool. And is it a roguelike? No, you have save points, so I guess it's not technically a roguelike. But I did die. I don't know. It's called The Forest, and it's really well done. I'm assuming it's going to come to a console at some point because I'm playing with the controller.
I think it looks like it's coming to the PlayStation 4 minimally.
It's quite good. Like, I would look into it.
It seems more like your kind of game than my kind of game, but it definitely seems like your kind of game.
There's, like I'm cutting down trees, I'm killing dudes with an axe, I'm building a bow and arrow.
It seems like the same game that you sold me on buying and I never play.
Rust?
Time.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like Rust, but much better.
I'm telling you, this is Cheapy's genre. He doesn't realize it. Like we've realized it.
We'll see. It's cool. It's like it's like Subnautica, but
this is your genre. These are all the same survival games.
Yeah.
You should try the Conan game or the Ark.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one.
While we're in the PC corner, I do want to give a recommendation to, I told you I got a new monitor, but I got these monitor arms that you can mount these monitors to. And if you have a dual screen display, don't get tempted into buying a dual monitor arm. What you want to do is buy 2 separate single monitor arms. Because now I have this crazy fucking setup where I can move these screens like all over the fucking place. I can put one behind the other, one higher and behind. Like, I have a lot of flexibility, and these things are dirt cheap anyway. So it's not like you're saving big money by buying the dual arm setup. They're like $30 each on Amazon, and they're pretty sweet. So shout out to those monitor arms. Monitor arm life. Let's do a quick CAG bag and we'll get into the Deadpool 2 spoiler talk. At Book Scout writes in and says, will there be any console price drops at E3? Well, we talked about the Switch one. So do we think $200 standalone Switch, or is that too cheap?
I don't know. It's going to be somewhat between $2 and $250, right? I guess it has to be.
Yeah. $250 I feel like is more.
No, I think they could drop the one with the. They don't need to, I guess, currently, but
maybe they don't need to drop the price at all.
I think they'll get the price drop by offering the one without a dock. I think that's the price drop there.
Maybe it doesn't come with that other controller thing that you could slide the joy.
Yeah. I think for $200 you get the Switch.
And that's it. No adapter, no AC adapter, no dock, nothing. No cable of any type. Yeah. 200, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's reasonable when you look what all is in the box currently and you take out all the accessories.
I feel like Nintendo is a little cocky, and that seems a little low. It seems like too good of a deal.
They'll make it up in accessories, though.
And then some.
That sounds too aggressive, in my opinion. But we'll see.
Do you think the Xbox One X will drop in price?
The One X, yeah. I mean, it's. I don't know, but I don't think now it will. I think maybe Christmas.
What about the PS Pro?
That's been out for a minute. That could be time to announce. Those are 400 officially still?
I guess.
Seems like it's time to drop that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, there's been 1X deals, $50 gift cards and whatnot, bundles. But I don't know. I don't think an actual price drop quite yet. I don't know. Let's do the Deadpool 2 spoiler talk.
Okay.
I think we had enough CAG bag questions. Let's remind everybody to go to littlebits.com/CAGcast for $10 off a Droid Inventor Kit. And of course, go to harrys.com/CAG to get their special offer. Thank you very much. Follow us on Twitter at GBD, at New Wombat, at Shipwreck, and at Video Game Deals. And that's it. See you next week. You're supposed to say bread's done.
I was waiting. Bread's done.
For what were you waiting for?
I don't know.
Shipwreck, what's going on here?
He was deep in thought.
Because we're going into the Deadpool spoiler talk, and I lost my train of thought.
Pulling up his notes.
Fair enough.
Because the show wasn't actually over, and my brain doesn't work.
That's okay. It's late. I know. I'm yawning, and my eyes are tearing.